Ahura Mazda is the creator in whom the people who were, who are, and who shall be find their success. And you should know that the soul of the just shall always be victorious and strong, and the soul of the deceitful shall always live in pain. This is the doctrine that Mazda Ahura has established as the basis of creation. O Ahura Mazda, anyone, be it a man or woman, who considers good what you consider good, grant this person the power of good thought and the reward of righteousness. I shall guide them towards you and help them cross the sorting bridge. The oppressive rulers helped by religious leaders try to dominate the people by force and deceit and waste their lives. But when they arrive at the sorting bridge, their conscience and soul shall roar at them, and shamefaced they shall be housed in the abode of deceit. O Ahura Mazda, the path you revealed to me is the one of good thought, and the teachings of the Soshayans, the benefactors and liberators. They are rooted in the principle that each deed based on goodness and the radiance of righteousness will lead to happiness. This, then, is your reward to the seekers of wisdom. Between the righteous and the deceitful, which one has chosen the right path? It is truly the righteous, radiant mind who teaches people so that the deceitful could not mislead them. Thus, O Ahura Mazda, reveal to us good thought. Therefore, never listen to the deceiver, because undoubtedly the deceiver damages the home, the city, and the country. O Mazda, may the people listen to the advice of the wise one who improves their life, and is righteous in thought, word, and deed, and the one who, in tune with your radiant wisdom, uses his judgment on the basis of justice and fairness. Because the one who takes the path of righteousness shall be housed in your radiant abode, and the one who chooses deception shall live long ages in darkness, blind in heart and in grief, a consequence of his conduct and action. O men and women, know that the destroyer of life is in this world of deceit, and you should avoid it and not spread it. Know that pleasure gained by deceiving others is in fact the cause of pain and suffering. O Mazda, shall a day come when people can comprehend your doctrine, and wickedness, deceit, and greed can be uprooted from the world? For it is with such tools that the corrupt religious leaders mislead the people, and oppressive and evil-thinking rulers dictate with their help. The bad teacher inverts the righteous message, and with his words confuses wisdom and good thought, destroying the way of good living. Thus, O Mazda and O righteousness, I, with the words that come from my heart, say that I shall stand against these sorts of teachings. By refusing the doctrine of righteousness and diverging from the basic law of existence, the deceiver tarnishes his conscience. Thus, on the sorting bridge, he shall be reprimanded by his soul, and worry and fear shall come to him. This is the aftermath of his words and deeds. O serenity, do not allow mean and oppressive rulers to dominate us, because we desire rulers who shall lead the people with wisdom, knowledge, and good deed. And you, O bringer of wisdom and justice, you, who give us the gift of happiness through righteousness, come to us, that we may seek our convictions in the light of wisdom and knowledge. The light of such wisdom and knowledge will empower us to shatter the power of deception, and with our efforts and good repute, we shall be united in the glorious abode of good thought and righteousness with Mazda. Thus, the follower of deceit who positions himself at the lowest level of thought longs for powers that are destructive, but ultimately his deeds shall cause him to succumb, thus leading him to a wasted life. That is when, O Ahura Mazda, he, with weeping and crying, requests your message, the message that makes righteousness victorious over deceit. Those who spread anger and oppression with words and deeds, and obstruct creative, right-minded people in their work, and take the side of oppression, are the corruptors that push the soul and conscience of the people to malfeasance. Such evil-minded teachers who are destroyers of life with self-grandiosity and pretension to good deeds steal the people's property. They are the ones who keep the doers of right away from the highest thoughts. Mazda Ahura knows best what the disciples of the false gods have done in the past, and shall do in the future. As Ahura Mazda alone is our judge, may his wishes be ours. Perhaps a person with evil thoughts can obtain prosperity and fame by his actions, but you, O Ahura Mazda, who remember everything, know well, through good thought and in the light of your rule, that at last the course of righteousness and justice shall succeed. O Mazda, your creative and progressive power shall stay away from the deceivers who have refused good thought, and shall leave them in misery and sorrow. But it shall keep the righteous in the radiance of wisdom, since the righteous, even though they be poor, are precious among your people, and the wrongdoers, although rich, shall remain worthless. Righteousness shall conquer falsehood when the deception and lies of corrupt people are unveiled. Then, O Ahura Mazda, with increasing praise and love, the seekers of righteousness shall be turning to you. And anyone who with thoughts, words, and deeds opposes the corrupt person, teaching him and his followers the good path, shall satisfy the will of Mazda. You told me then to teach the practice of righteousness, and not lose hope by hostility of enemies, and attempt to hear the guiding voice of Zarathustra, the Holy Spirit, within myself. And in its radiance learn that to both groups of wrongdoers and righteous, appropriate punishment and reward shall be given. And when the wrongdoers are punished by their deeds, then, O Mazda, your light shall shine upon them through good thought. They shall learn how to flee from deceit and embrace righteousness.